Nice. Was that in some ways kind of cathartic, just kind of a relief to just have an offensive performance like that?
In a way, yes. You know what I'm saying? We had a great game plan from our coaches coming into the week. And before I continue, sorry, y'all, I'm a little under the weather. I've been sick all week. But, we definitely had a great game plan going into the week. I feel like excuse me, the offense definitely executed very well. I felt like when Jay came in and, became the starter, we all put our heads down and it was like, we got to play for you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play hard and do what we got to do to go ahead and make the whole offense, the whole team just be successful. And it definitely felt good to be able to see the way he performed and just to see the way we all came together as a team and rallied around him.
I know when you have someone who has a starter before like him, you maybe have to kind of tailor things a little bit from a game plan standpoint. What do you think really worked for you guys from that game plan standpoint?
I feel like we were able to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? I feel like being able to have that run game going for us opened up the pass game a little bit. And then on top of that, having Jaylen as a threat in the run game, you know what I'm saying? That definitely played a big factor. And really just, like I said, everybody coming together and just rallying around him and rallying around him and she was just playing hard.
We'll go front row on the right side to Cole and then to Travis.
Ainias, just from a standpoint of practice and moving into the game, what were some things that you noticed about Jaylen's demeanor, his poise, how he carried himself, and then, of course, after touchdown drives and everything along those lines?
Mm-hmm. So, first, just like when Connor had got hurt, it felt like we ain't even lose a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came in, first off, he was always ready for any situation. He stayed ready, even when he was the third-string quarterback and whatnot. But he goes hard every single day, even after practice. He always stand after getting some extra throws in, doing a little extra running, whatever the case is, he always ready. And it showed today, you know what I'm saying? Even throughout practice, he was going hard. It just made it seem like he was ready for the moment, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like he was all throughout the practices. He was very poised in the backfield. Even when we was doing good on good, I can see that he was ready for the moment, you know what I'm saying? Making good throws, making good reads, calling out the right mic calls, and doing everything right, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like that helped us in our success today.
When you look at your history here at A&M and how many quarterbacks you've caught a touchdown pass to, just the relationship that you have with them, does that make you give yourself a sense of pride, just knowing that you can be a security blanket?
In a way, yes, for sure. I've, like you said, I definitely have been. I played with a lot of different quarterbacks here, like you said. But I mean, I just try to work. You know what I'm saying? I try to get in where I fit in. And same with all the quarterbacks that I've been with. You know what I'm saying? Every day after practice, I'm either throwing with Max, or I'm throwing with C-Wig, or I'm throwing with Jay. It ain't really matter. You know what I'm saying? And that was all throughout the offseason, which I don't know. So before we even started the season, Jay was calling us like, hey, you trying to get some extra work in? Like I said, he was just always ready for the situation, for the moment. So I feel like, I guess you could say I'm a security blanket, but I just try to play ball.
And then the final punt return that you guys had, it looked like that you didn't call a fair catch, and then you started running, and then you got a little frustrated. What happened there?
Man, so as soon as the ball was kicked, I had threw my hand up. Coaches were low-key mad at me from the last punt return when I didn't call a fair catch. And they was like, this is your career. This, down the third, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet I got y'all. I'm going to call a fair catch. And then I threw my hand up. I looked. I seen everybody, ain't hear no whistle, so I turned around and I look at the ref, and he shook his head like, I ain't fair catch. So I said, well, shoot, all right, bet I'm finna just run. And then they had blew me dead or whatever. And then the dudes, they kept trying to tackle me or whatever, but it is what it is.
We'll stay on that front row and go to Travis.
Yeah, Ainias, with that touchdown run that Jaylen had around the outside in the third quarter, did it feel like there was just like a little bit more juice in the crowd from that than what y'all had seen? It kind of seemed like that was a crowd turning point that they kind of bought into the offense. Did you feel like that?
In a way, yes. Man, I get so much joy just watching my teammates get success, have success, you know what I'm saying? And when I saw him scramble, first off, I thought he was finna throw me the ball. I'm thinking he rolling out to throw me the ball. So then I'm thinking like scramble drill. Let me turn upfield and try to, you feel me, get open. And then I seen him keep running. I'm like, oh, let's go block. And then the crowd just started going crazy, and I was like, oh, yeah. So it definitely felt good to be able to hear them and see him going crazy the way he was doing. And then, man, I'm just thankful for the 12th man. You know what I'm saying? They came out today like it was a national championship. We got to the team walk, and I seen everybody. I'm like, woo, they deep today. And then just the fact that Jay had, how they had Jay's back and how we had Jaylen back, it was just like, it all came together for sure.
Was that one of your favorite blocks of the season? I think you pancaked him, didn't you?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely.
We'll go third row on the left side and then back to TV row.
How big is it for the offense when you have a defense that's causing that much havoc, that's giving you guys these short fields? What does that do for the offense?
Man, so it sparks a light in our fire. You know what I'm saying? Sparks a fire in our, whatever the word, you know what I'm saying? But, it definitely gets us going. I say to be able to have a defense like that, as an offensive player, number one, I want to be out there with them because they so turned, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to play defense with them boys. But since I'm on offense, shoot, I just want to go turn up for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have them go out on the field and feel like, the offense, they selling us and we got to make a play, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have everybody back just like they have ours. So it's just like, when you have that, I feel like we played real well together today, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we haven't been doing that throughout the years and whatnot, but today we definitely did, and it definitely felt good.
We'll go
And-
back.
Sorry.
Sorry.
One more. How did you see Jaylen step up as a leader this week? Obviously, he has to prepare mentally and be ready to play, but how did he kind of step into that role that quarterbacks have to take on all the time?
Yes. In a way, like I said earlier, he was ready for it. He just came in. His voice was heard. You know what I'm saying? He was breaking out the little breaks. You know how we do the little team breaks? He was doing stuff like that. His presence was felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time he stepped on the field, we knew, like, okay, Jay in there, we got to cut up. And then he out there making plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you don't always lead by your words. Sometimes you got to lead by your actions. And what he was doing in practice was, you know what I'm saying, like, it got us right. And gave us confidence that, like, oh, yeah, we're gonna do something for sure.
We'll go back behind the lights on the right side to Ben and then Daryl.
Nice. Looked like you and Jade had a little synchronized celebration there. How would you rate your execution on that?
10 out of 10.
Nice. And Coach talked a little bit about it, about how everyone, and we've seen it with the receivers in addition to the quarterbacks, in this program, that everyone kind of, regardless of where they are in the depth chart, they get reps in practice as opposed to maybe other places where ones and twos, and if you're beyond that, good luck. What would you just say about the way y'all handle it and can kind of build that depth throughout the depth chart?
So, man, I honestly want to go all the way back to the off season. You know what I'm saying? The young cats they had came in early during the spring. Jade was the last one to come in, but all them boys was ready. You know what I'm saying? They dove right into the playbook as soon as they got here. It was a little different for those guys, just because in my past years, we had to go through like the process of actually being a freshman. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to scout team and do all those other things. But these guys, they was ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came in ready, came in working hard. They were just trying to find their role at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it all started. Everybody was just trying to fit in and just make plays. And I felt like with everybody that had came in, we knew we didn't have like a lot of, I guess you could say, scholarship players or whatnot. I think it was like 6, 7 of us starting off, and we all knew like we was going to eventually all have to play because that's just how football works. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things happen, and like last year I got injured and some guys had to step up. You know what I'm saying? This year we ended up with like 4 scholarship receivers, 4 or 5 of them traveling this week. So it's like guys had to step up, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like throughout the offseason, throughout the whole season, we were ready for the moment, you know what I'm saying? The way we prepare, the way our coach gets us ready, Coach Craig, he does a real good job with us and getting us ready in the meetings, making sure that we all know each position. It's not just one position that we're trying to learn. And I feel like that's really what has set us apart from most teams or whatever you were saying earlier. But I just feel like once somebody learns concepts and not just their position, you know what I'm saying, then that's when you can move guys around and have everybody ready and prepared. And I feel like that's what we did this year.
We'll go to the other side of TV row to Daryl and then Mark.
Ainias, can you explain, I guess, to the fans or the 12th man just how you guys were able to play so well tonight, complementary football, but that was kind of few and far between in a lot of games this year? Man,
yeah, so I don't know. It's tough. You know, some things don't go your way in the games that you really want them to go, want them to win and whatnot. But I don't know. I just felt like this week we wanted to have fun. You know what I'm saying? We had Jay back there. I can speak for my room. We wanted to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely wanted to make plays for Jaylen and just go out there and ball. But I know it's tough for us not to have the record that we wanted at the beginning of the year. But I just felt like today we took the 12th man energy that they had brought to us. You know what I'm saying? They came deep, and they stood behind us. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like with that, we had to stand behind our quarterback, stand behind our guys, rally together, and just go hard for each other. And I feel like that's what we did. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. It's just we came together as a team and bought in.
We'll go front row on the left side to Mark to wrap things up.
Ainias, you guys have had some frustrating experiences with Mississippi State since you've been here. How nice was it to go out there and beat them in this fashion?
Got our get back. That's how, you know what I'm saying? We got our get back. It felt great. Most definitely. For sure.
All right, that's all we have. Thank you, Ainias.
Thank y'all. God bless.